Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Lindsay. If you have not yet watched the first video in the week one module that's all about our place in the universe, please make sure you go watch that. I introduced myself in that video, but just once again, I am your instructor for the semester, Dr. Sean Lindsay. I am honored to be teaching you about astronomy. And what I want to do in this series of videos is sort of introduce you to how this class will run and give you some of the basics, the course essentials, as I'm calling them, about how to navigate Canvas and how you can gain all the information that I don't have time to make videos about course policies and things like that, while still hitting all of the highlights. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring up a slide deck. And let's get to work on just talking about the course essentials for this astronomy class. This is the first in a three-part video series. One of the first things I want to do is just give you some general announcements. And the most critical of all announcements is go read the syllabus. Please, please, please read the syllabus. The syllabus contains all of my course policies, all the ways to contact me, everything you could possibly know about this class, all the way down to the fine nuances of the grading scale and how each grading category is weighted. You can find that in the syllabus. It's really, really droning for me to go ahead and put all of that into a video that most people will just tune out of. So I'm going to rely on you to gain that information by reading the syllabus. And yes, you will be held accountable for the policies that I have in the syllabus. Now, I know the syllabus is a pretty long document and it can be kind of hard to navigate, especially since it is such a long narrative. Perhaps an easier way for you to go through it and still get the core information that you need to know about this class, there is a module on Canvas called Key Course Information. It's broken down by topic into different pages. Click through those, read those, or go back to those whenever you want to remind yourself about what my quiz and exam policy was. So make sure you read through the syllabus. It is absolutely critical for you to be aware of that material about what kind of course policies are going to be running in the background of this class. I don't want you to get blindsided by any of those. I try to be very open, honest, and earnest about all the ways that I run this class. And I try to be very, very fair in the way that I do it. If you have questions about the key course policies, I have a discussion on Canvas. Go see it. Ask things that you're missing or that you don't fully understand. I'll be happy to answer your questions there. Another general announcement is I have a pre-semester / first week survey. It's made it with Google Forms. So it's in the week one module. Go ahead and click on that. It's also, you should be able to easily access it without too much trouble. I'll show you where to find it on Canvas here in a minute. It's not mandatory, but it's going to give me a lot of information about how you're going to be operating in this class, about everything down to how you'll be accessing this class, how long you'll be taking, how long you expect to be taking on this class, all sorts of information that can help me deliver this content to you in the most efficacious way possible. And that's what I care about, is I really care about you having a good quality educational experience that you find enjoyable. So you're walking out of here with a better understanding of the universe and hopefully a larger appreciation for science in general and this amazing universe that we live in. There's no real assignments due yet. Our assignments, if you've already gone through some of the course content, you'll see that the most common assignment are engagement exercises. These happen weekly. It sort of summarizes the week and makes sure that you're aware of the content that we covered. These will be due every week after the week is over, except this week. Everybody's still shifting around and finding their feet. Work on building a schedule this week. No official things due, but please do that survey. The official series of engagement exercise will start after the first full week of class. That's week 2 on the schedule. You'll see that next week. Also, if you have not watched video 1 yet, make sure you please go watch that. It's an introduction to our place in the universe. I hope it is mind expanding, if not mind blowing. It's something that I've worked a lot on. It's one of the pieces of astronomy education and delivery that I'm most proud of. So please take a time to watch it. I've created a Canvas discussion about your reactions to it. Make sure that you provide your reactions to there. Or on it there, and I'm looking forward to engaging with you and getting to know my class by your reactions to that video. I also spend a little bit of time introducing myself more than, hi, I'm Dr. Sean Lindsay. I'm your instructor for this course. So if you want to know more about me, watch that video and learn more about me, your instructor. How did I get here to teach you all an astronomy class? Am I even qualified? I think I am. All right, so Most of this video is about making sure you know how to navigate Canvas because this is the hub for our class. So Canvas ends up being, I made it the singular go-to piece of, or go-to website for our class. On it, you should be able to find everything you possibly need. And one of the fundamental things that you need to do is you need to enable announcements for this class. That way you don't miss the announcements, which I'll regularly give out throughout the semester. And that way you're always aware of what's happening in this class. If any changes happen, you know that they're happening. With this being an online only class, it's not like I can stand in front of the class and tell you. You're going to have to watch the announcements, both the videos I'm going to create and the announcements that are released on Canvas. Also, check Canvas regularly for new announcements or for whenever the new content is coming out. I've created a front page for our Canvas site that has a series of links. I'll show it to you here in a minute. But it should give you everything that you need for the semester. It has a link to pretty much everything that you need to all the weekly modules and additional course information and things like extra credit opportunities. If you don't like the layout of the front page, I suggest just click on the modules tab. That is where the primary course content delivery happens. It's normally what I set my front page as, but I decided to try to be a little bit fancier this semester. So the key things for navigating Canvas: pay attention to the weekly modules accessed by the front page or click on the modules tab, the quizzes and assignments tab, and the discussions tab. Those are the ones you're going to be clicking on the most often. Maybe the grades tab. Since if you're really curious about what grades you're getting on things, you'll be clicking on that one quite a bit as well. But I think most people are pretty aware of that one for every class. All right, so what I want to do, instead of just telling you about Canvas and saying, hey, this is where we're going to conduct our class from, let me show you how to navigate it a little bit. So I've pulled up a student view of a Canvas site for Astronomy 151, and here is our front page. On it, it has everything that you're going to need for the semester. The weekly modules, this is how I deliver course content. We cover a series of lecture topics every week, and they put them in modules. So that will give you the materials that you need, the videos to watch, references to what slides you should be going through, the assignments that you need to do, the relevant discussions, quiz hints, exam, study guides, everything. You can find it at the appropriate time in the week by week modules. So here I just have a link. If you click on one of these, it'll take you to that weekly module. Here I have course resources. If you want to go to the syllabus, click this link. It's an online one hosted by Google Docs. That way, if I need to change anything, I change it there to change this for everybody with no uploading or any source of confusion. So there's just one copy of the syllabus that everybody sees, and it's always the same version whenever you click on this link to go look at it. I have a schedule right here. So instead of clicking on this link, I'll talk about it here in a few slides, and I have the course schedule pulled up so I can orient you to it. Here's that key course information. This will bring you to that module where you can read through all the course policies. If you want to get onto our chat features, I do live chat via GroupMe and Discord. Here's your invite links. I have extra credit opportunities for this class. If you want to know how they work, see the key course information that describes it, see the syllabus that describes it, and check out the actual opportunities where you do the work and turn in the extra credit assignments. Here I have the quiz hints and exam must knows. Not really much there yet. I'm holding off. I don't want to just flood you with all the material. I want you to focus on learning the material before just getting the review for the material. So there will be more added to this later. And then my textbook. You don't have to buy a textbook for this class. I, over the past half a decade, have developed my own thorough set of notes that I like more than any other textbook. I really like how it treats the material, and it offers a unique opportunity for me to put everything that you need in one place. I have created the textbook for the course that you're going to use, so you don't have to pay anything. I created all the Canvas homework as well. And all the homework questions are designed on these slides, so you can find all the content there. So it's very integrated in that sense. And you don't have to pay for an external homework resource. So the cost of this class is $0, other than like tuition and things like that. So you have my textbook, then you have all my homework that is designed off of these slides and the lecture videos that I have. And then my quizzes and exams I designed myself and host via Canvas. So all of that content is based on these slides as well, making this a very integrated class. No more just these weird questions that don't really connect to a class, but a professor was forced to choose them because they're using some online homework service that just has questions that aren't tailored to their specific class. All my questions are tailored to this class. And here you have the textbook. It's divided into units, the 3 major units for the course, and each unit has its part, and each part has its own lecture slide deck. And I suggest that you always go with the PowerPoints if you can. And when you're reviewing them and taking notes on them, put them in presenter mode. A lot of these I've spent a ridiculous and kind of an embarrassing amount of time building in some animations that are instructive. PDF does not preserve animations. PowerPoint does, but to see the animations that are coded into it, you have to have it in presenter mode. So that's just my hint to you. Go with the PowerPoint, put in presenter mode, enjoy and learn from the animations. All right, so that's the front page. The other main things to pay attention to, the announcements, I have the most important ones, the top 3 or 4, end up getting pinned right here at the top. So you can always see them first thing when you log on to Canvas. If you want to access the syllabus, you click on the syllabus tab, and here it has a hard copy of the syllabus. And then here's the online version, and it has a link to the semester schedule. Here's all the things that are coming up with dates. I find that really confusing. I like to keep my own calendars, but maybe you like to use that. The modules tab is a very important one. This is your alternative. If you do not like the front page, just come here. Key course information, course materials. There's a link to the textbook. Here's a link to the semester schedule. If you have any questions about my textbook, you can have a discussion about it. So you can let me know what might be missing, or if you want some hints on how to navigate it. It's even written into the discussion a little bit on how to navigate the slides. And then extra credit. And here's the key part of the course, the weekly modules, where you have the videos. I'll be adding, notice it has 1 and 5. I'm adding these essentials of how to navigate this course. They'll be popping up after I've filmed them and posted them. And then you'll have the assignments that are due and relevant discussions. And you see that structure's the same week after week. Here's all the videos for next week. Here's the README that has links to YouTube versions of all these videos. If you prefer watching on YouTube, they have better closed captioning, in my opinion. Here you have the assignments that are due. And here is a practice problem sets. I'll put the things like that in there, and relevant discussions. And if we have a quiz or something like that, there'll be quiz hints or exam study guides that will pop up at the appropriate time. So that's the modules tab. The discussions tab will just show you the discussions that are available. It'll put the most interacted ones up on top. The assignments tab will show you all the assignments. So pretty standard sort of stuff right there. So you can see all the assignments. And I've already preset all the due dates, so you should be able to build out a calendar and not be surprised by anything. All right, so that's the brief overview of the Canvas page. Hopefully I've put together a easily navigable system. Now, what I want to do, instead of jumping back to my lecture slides, since I'm already sharing the screen, is introduce you to the schedule. This is one of the links I was just showing you. This is the official course schedule. I have no intentions on changing anything on here because any change can disrupt your life, and I want you to be able to build a regular schedule for this class. So here we have each week, and then we have the slides from the textbook that you should be going through, broken up by topic, the assignments that are due and when they're due by, and whether or not we're going to have a quiz or exam that week. I just want you to go ahead and have a view of this. It goes all the way through the end of the semester, and the very bottom has information about the final exam. I do not expect to change this at all over the semester. If I do have to change it, I'll change it on this one, and it'll be automatically updated, and I'll send you lots of announcements so everybody's on board. Okay, so back to the slide presentation. So we can go ahead and finish out this video without it getting too long. Another thing that I wanted to mention about the course schedule is I've tried to make this class very, very, very regular. I think structure is absolutely important in an asynchronous class where you have things to do every week and they're always due at the same time. So the main things that you're going to be working on in this class are my weekly exercises that I call engagement exercises because they're having you engage with the weekly material. They're always due on Sundays at 11:59 p.m. week after week after week after week. Homeworks are always going to be due on Wednesdays at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. These are all Eastern Time. I don't have homework every week. There are some weeks there are not homework, but for the majority of the weeks, there will be a homework assignment due. Quizzes and exams, you'll have 2 attempts for each of these. Wait for a later video where I describe the quiz and exam 2-attempt policy. Well, quizzes and exams, the first attempt is always on Monday. The second attempt is always on Thursday of the week that it's listed as. They're always available from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. All right, so I've already done the screen share of the schedule. Let's go ahead and move on. Now that I've given you all these resources, what I highly recommend for you to do is to build a schedule. Find one that works for you and works for your other classes, your work life, your family life, your home life, whatever you have going on in your life. I've tried to structure this class to have a regularity to it so that you can fit in astronomy where it fits best for you, but build a schedule. And on that schedule is every Monday you should be checking for the announcements and assignments video I'll be releasing. And I'll also summarize them in a document that will go in the weekly module. That should keep you on top of knowing when assignments are due, when quizzes and exams are coming up, and that way you don't get blindsided by anything. Plus, I'll throw in cool things. If there's any amazing astronomy discovery, there always are every semester, then I'll put that as one of the announcements, and we'll all benefit from learning about modern discoveries in astronomy. So really get to work on building a calendar. And on that, you can build in the regularity right off the bat. The engagement exercises, the EEs, are always due on Sundays. Homework is always on Wednesdays. Quizzes and exams are Monday and Thursday. So use that to build out a schedule. Fill out the rest of it. Maybe Tuesdays are going to be your primary catch up on the videos or watch the first half of the videos. And then Thursday and Friday, you finish off the videos, or you watch all the videos Monday through Wednesday, and then you try to take care of the engagement exercise on Thursday because you have no classes on Friday. So, hey, long weekend. Find the schedule that works for you. Check Canvas frequently. Look for those announcements. And if you're checking Canvas frequently, it's really, really hard for you to miss any of the due dates in this class. And I try to be very, very explicit because that would be, I want you to have all the information possible. I want to deliver it to you in an earnest and fair way. I'm never trying to trip you up in this class. I am here to help you succeed, and I want that for you. So once you find a routine, it might take a week or 3, but once you find one that works, stick with it. That way, you'll keep a regularity throughout the entire semester that will help you succeed in this astronomy class. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end this first part of the course essentials here, and I will see you with a continuation talking about some of the more course policies in the next video.